Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Tan Tennis channel. In today's video, I will play test and review the new Head Speed Pro 2024 or the Oxydic 2.0 version. And long story short, I think it has a lot of improvements that turn me, myself, from someone who cannot play with it at all, say no to it all the time, to becoming someone to like, okay, I can play with this pretty well. It's still not my favorite racket, but now it's a whole package and I'm totally okay with it. And if you ask me which one to pick between the Speed MP and the Speed Pro in the new generation, I think I would say the Speed Pro attracts me even more. First, let's take a look at the new design. Okay, seriously, what is this? You gotta be kidding me, right? This is totally taking a step backward from the last version that looked so good. You know, the first time that I'm seeing this design, I was like, I'm so gonna buy the all black one of the last generation, but whatever. Let's take a look at the spec. The swing weight on this particular racket is 325 with the 2x-Soft 16L, which is quite low, I would say. Actually, it plays better with the 17 gauge, so swing weight, if I strung it with 17 gauge, will be even lower at around like 320. The strung weight on this racket with an overgrip on is 332 gram, totally on point. I would say I playtest the new Speed Pro with two setups already. And on the 2x-Soft 1.25 and the Razor Soft 1.20. I like the feel on the 2x-Soft more, but I think it's better off with the 1.20 string because it's a control frame with 18x20 string pattern that a 1.25 string will be a bit too underpowered. So I think thinner gauge is more suitable for this racket. From the first ball I hit, I was like, wow, what is this? This is definitely a good frame. Feel is more muted and softer than the last version, but somehow you are still pretty much 100% connect to the ball. You don't lose that sensation and touch. The last version is already comfortable, but this one is a bit better on the comfort. And the racket doesn't need the vibration dampener at all. Compared to the 2022 version, I think it improves a lot. Basically, it solved almost every issue that I had with the last generation. First, I think it has a much better weight distribution. It doesn't feel slow and it's more maneuverable for some reason and doesn't feel as heavy. To put it simple, I don't feel like I'm playing with a 310 gram racket, but instead 305 gram. And it's not just me who feel this way. Like a lot of my clients who have tried the demo racket say the same thing. I think Head made this racket to be more user-friendly and they succeed. Many people who came to the shops and planning to buy a Speed MP, they ended up buying a Speed Pro instead. Second, the racket has longer dwell time and is more consistent on pocketing. On the last version, I feel like the string bed doesn't pocket the ball like consistently. Like some shots, the ball goes off pretty quick, and some shot it pockets the ball long enough. So I feel like I have to open the racket face more and hit more flat to get a good result out of it, and it's not my way. Third is the spin and launch angle, and this is probably what I appreciate the most on the update. Now it equips with a lot of top spin potential. I don't really need to adjust my swing or anything like I need to do on the last version of the Speed Pro. Also, it has a bit higher launch angle that I can feel more confident to put a top spin on the ball instead of like hitting flat to make it goes above the net. But it's still a little bit too low for my preference though. What I like about this update, basically I like that it's easier to play with, it's more forgiving in general. Doesn't demanding as much, especially on the shots that I'm hitting out of my comfort zone when running, dealing with the high ball or like rising balls. Spin is way better, it's more maneuverable, I can be whippier in my ground strokes. String bed is more consistent and predictable, so that results in me having more confidence on the attack and better control as well. Backhand feels better, and I got more pop that I don't miss hit that much. First service actually remains pretty solid like the previous generation. I don't have any problem with that. Second service just average. First, I think service return is a bit better, but I still can think of many rackets, even in lighter weight, that can do better. For example, Yonex V-Core 98, or the Percept 100D, or the T-Fight 305, etc, etc. And it's nowhere compared to Gravity Pro on the return, even though it has just 5 gram difference. Second, I don't like the backhand slice. Like it floats and flies too much. I think it's hard to control the impact, and generally it doesn't go low and deep. It doesn't feel right to me. So I would prefer like Gravity Pro on this department. Third, the launch angle, although it's higher than the last version as I said before, I would prefer something higher than this, but it's acceptable for 1820 string pattern though. Fourth, I think it's a bit launchy at the net. I don't know why, because on the ground strokes, it does feel even a bit under power, but it becomes quite bouncy at the net. Okay, I would just say that this 2024 version is worth the upgrade. I know there are many people who like the last version, but at the same time, there are more people who don't like it. But I believe that this update is more accessible for most intermediate and advanced level players. Like it's more middle in the road in terms of who can play with it. Design is so terrible, but yeah, I have to live with that. Actually, I suspect that they could release the all black version again somewhere this year. It should look better than this one at least. So let's pray for that. Who this racket is for? I think all court player. Play with variety of shots and style, they need a racket that can do pretty much everything, intermediate level and up. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. See you in the next video.